Hi there guys, it's Anthony here from Cutting Edge Guitar, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about another recommended electric guitar book that advancing guitar players should get, and that is Exploring Jazz Guitar by Phil Capone. Phil Capone was one of my teachers when I was at the Guitar Institute. He's an exceptional player, an exceptional musician, and this is an exceptional book if you're looking at getting into jazz guitar. This really helped me as an addition to the lessons that I was having. So Phil taught our improvisation class when I was at the Guitar Institute, our advanced improvisation module. And a lot of that was the standard things that many of you have probably heard about: how to play over a 2-5-1, how to superimpose, different things over chords or whatever. So we talked about that a little bit in the Frank Gambale technique book that I was talking about. There's a lot of that sort of stuff in here about how you would superimpose diatonic arpeggios over a chord to get this sound and that sound, blah blah. So again, a lot of this stuff is the tuition material that I was able to assimilate for my own playing and be able to turn it into this thing that I call the scale pyramid. So if you want to know more about that stuff, link in the description to my website. Go and check out my courses and all that sort of thing. You'll see how I've put all of these bits and bobs together. But anyway, back to the book. What I like about this isn't like beginner, because obviously if you're getting into jazz, you're not a beginner guitarist at all. But it's kind of like an entry level into jazz in the beginning of the book, where then at the end of it you'll be able to play some very advanced concepts. And like I say, this it's the sort of thing that really helps you put a lot of things together. If you've heard a lot about, say, modes of the major scale, modes of melodic minor, modes of harmonic minor, how to play on 2-5-1s, all of these sorts of things. There's loads of that in there, and like every kind of bit of tuition material that you hear about, they're all generally going to talk to you about roughly the same sort of stuff. There's only so many ways that you can skin a cat, right? But it's about the delivery, and like Phil's an excellent teacher, so he puts it all together really well. It's a really nice book. It's a fairly big book as well, which is kind of nice, I think, when you're picking up a book. Some people like to pick up like these really thin little, almost like pamphlet things, because they think, oh, I'm going to be able to get to the end of it. That's a fine way to think for some people, I suppose. For me, that was never really going to cut it. If I'm going to go and spend, I don't know what I spent on this back in the day, but I suppose it was about 20 quid. If I'm spending 20 quid on a book, I want it to be, decent, have a healthy amount of stuff in there. So one of the things that I really liked about this was, again, I like conceptual books. Stuff that's going to give me an idea that I can then go off and do my own thing with it. And I like to teach like that as well. So hence why a lot of the books that I've talked about in this series are very conceptual. So, I mean, for what I've just opened it to a random place. And this is what this book looks like on the inside. Very nicely done, quite nicely laid out, and professionally put together in terms of the language that's used and all that sort of stuff, which is really cool. But I've just opened it up to here using a chromatic approach. Nice little example, fairly straightforward little lick that's in there to show you that. And I'm thinking, okay, now I've taken away this concept that I can practice what has been shown here in 30, 40, 50 different ways. And I've got loads of my own things that I can now do with my own playing. Using an encirclement, another great little cool idea. Obviously, I'm not going to get into what that is all about. Go buy the book, go and sit and work through it. Again, you're looking into a book like this. These things, they keep you busy for a long time. So if you're buying all of the books that I'm talking about in this series and you buy them all in one go, you'll be kept busy for a very long time. But shall I tell you how I liked to use them? Because I bought this, again, while I was at the Guitar Institute, because I was taking lessons from the guy. I was like, do you know what? One, it'll be a really great way to support him, but also I liked his teaching and I liked what he had to say on the subject, so I knew it was going to be a great book. But yeah, I think these things, they can work quite nicely as a supplement to the stuff that you're working on as well. Two ways to approach it, really. You could get something like this and work through it, and don't be looking at anything else, just use this one product, and that would be a really good thing for you to do for a while. or like I was doing, I was on a course taking lessons from lots of different unbelievably good guitar players. But also every now and then we've got a bit of free time, dip into something like this, see what ideas you can take from it. And also, you know, what I would say, I got into this sort of stuff because I was looking for ways to expand what I do as a rock guitar player. I wanted to get into the fusion vibe and be able to understand jazz concepts, but I never really wanted to be an out-and-out jazz guitar player. I wanted to do something definitely more on the side of what people like Greg Howe, Guthrie Govan, Frank Gambale, Richie Kotzen, you know, all of these kind of people do sophisticated rock. So that was cool for me. So just to be able to dip in, read a few jazzy based ideas, and then get out and turn that into some rock kind of thing. Okay, guys, there we go. That's exploring jazz guitar. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like, share it to all your guitar playing friends that might want to see this if they hadn't thought about buying this this book for themselves. Should I say, give the channel a subscribe, because that will really, really help me out. And I think that what I'm trying to do is put out loads of information which is going to be really useful for you guys and just help you be more cutting edge, dare I say, guitar players. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Please help me out because I'm trying to help you out. And we'll go from there. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.